Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. Hey, this is the last show of 2021, and this is the first of the next 50 shows of this show. This is 51. If you missed last episode, you should go watch that after this. That was pretty fun. But this one's going to be great. I'm so excited for everybody on this panel. I think we should just get right into this and bring in my guests tonight. Joining me on the show are Josh Porier, Matt Shore, Sammie James, and Tyler Durniak. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Let me talk to you individually for a second. Let's talk to a guy I haven't seen since he took over my show again. Josh Porier's back on the show. Hey, Josh.
What's up, Nick? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Looking forward to this. Forward to be on this side because I really realized how hard it is to host this thing.
Yeah, and you added a couple of things that made it harder.
I know. For me, made it harder for me.
If you haven't seen them, Josh hosted a couple of video game editions of this show that, again, you should go check out after this. Please don't click away from this video. I want the views, but then I want views on other videos.
I mean, the video game people may be more insane than the movie people. Consider the fact they have to play through 150 hours of video games to get some of the things that they get. They get
That's
pissed off
true.
About.
Also joining me on the show, somebody I haven't seen since the last video game episode of this show, Tyler Durniak is here. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Nick. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know.
I'm so excited to have you back here guessing movies.
Yes. I'm gonna make a point to not give you anything to work off of in terms of conversation. a single word answer, except for this explaining what I do.
Perfect. That's all I need from you.
Cool.
Also returning to the show, I believe this is her third time here. Sammie James is back. Hey, Sammie.
Hey, yeah, I think it's my third time. Who knows?
I do. I just didn't look it up.
Hey, cool.
Thanks for coming back on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Been a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Were you? No, you weren't on any of the Christmas episodes, right?
No.
It was one of the normal ones.
I think it was like right before that. It was the one right before that.
The Christmas Eve themed one?
No, I had two Christmas ones. One of them you can find on this channel.
Cool.
The other one was the first Lost episode of this. If you have the link, great. If you don't have the link, that's fine. It's fine if that one stays buried. Sorry to take over this part to talk about a couple of episodes from 2 weeks ago, last week, who knows? What is time? It's 2022 almost.
I panicked for a second.
Finally, I also believe this is either your third or fourth time on the show, but you're also one of the first people to ever play this game. You were on the first episode of this show. Matt Shore is back. I believe so.
Oh, no way.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, back in March.
Wow.
When I was doing a Zoom show a week before everything opened up.
Oh, that's right.
But who's winning now?
The other people who opened up.
Everybody's coming back to Zoom shows.
Winning by now.
Yes.
I don't know.
Matt, it's good to see you. You said you saw a couple of movies since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I think the last time I was on was maybe like September or October. And between now and then, I've seen about 3 more movies. So I am coming out of the gate, baby.
Perfect. I'm sure all 3 of those movies are going to come up tonight.
I sure hope so. I can't remember what they were right now. We will see how it goes. We watched we watched a good 15 minutes of Hocus Pocus, me and Tyler recently. When was that? October?
I mean, I thought I only watched 15. Did you guys stop watching when I left?
Yes, we stopped watching when you left.
Oh, no.
So we watched about 15 minutes of Hocus Pocus.
First 15?
No, some point in the middle.
I kept having flashbacks to every time I had to move as a kid. Because I don't know if you've seen that movie in a while. They're really mean to that kid for no reason.
Yeah.
They're only those two guys are mean.
His teacher makes fun of him because he doesn't know the history of the town he just moved to. And is also a high school teacher going like all kindergarten.
See, I love that.
New England of them.
It's another one of those movies that sets everything in Salem, Massachusetts. So they take this horrible thing they did 400 years ago, 500 years ago, and are like, yeah, but what if they were real and they deserved it?
I mean, they were real.
What if all the women that we burned were actually witches? This would be a nice place, wouldn't it?
They come back to life.
I think that's Salem City motto, actually.
Their whole economy is based on the fact that they murdered so many people.
Yeah, and it happened in Danvers.
That's why Danvers lied and said it happened in Salem.
Yeah, they're stealing the valor of a tragedy for tourism.
Well, on that note, thank you all again for being here. If this is your first time watching the show, first of all, thank you. You should subscribe. Like I said, 50 other episodes, 49 on the channel. Some of them are pretty good. Here's what's going to happen tonight. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled content warnings for way, way, way more movies than I ever thought I would. I checked before this episode. I have used 525 different movies on this show.
This is crazy.
There'll be another 12 tonight. Now, I got to reiterate, these parental warnings, they're not written by me. I haven't written a word of this. These are all anonymous weirdos. The goal of this has been trying to find one of them. None of them will come forward. I want one of them on the show. I just want them to explain themselves. Anyway, I've pulled these warnings. My friends here are going to try to figure out what movie these warnings are from. And unless there's anything else anybody wants to say, I think we should just jump right into the show. We're not going to do another 17-minute opening and then have my internet cut out on me right before we do the show. Look out for episode 49 of this show. Anyway, time to start this game. And to do that, Josh.
Yep.
Would you like a movie from 1967, 1985, or 2014?
I think we'll go with 85.
I figured you would. All right. First movie of the night from 1985. For 5 points, under the category of alcohol, drugs, and smoking, underage drinking at a party. Josh has buzzed in. Nobody else? What do you think this movie is, Josh?
Adventures in Babysitting.
That is a good guess. It's not Adventures in Babysitting.
All right, well, I tried.
I love that movie.
It is such a great movie.
Tyler, you buzzed in late on that one. I'm going to have to ask this next clue.
Okay.
For 4 points, under the category of profanity, mild profanity throughout. No use of the F word, use of wanker once, use of the S word and variations 13 times, use of bitch 4 times, use of a-hole 4 times, 2 references to tossing off, numerous mild anatomical references like big, big titties, donkey dick, etc. Tyler, is it still the movie you thought it was?
It is definitely a different movie based in a different country, unless there is a British version of 16 Candles that's way different. Can I guess it's is it an American Werewolf in London?
Oh, that's another fun guess. It is not an American Werewolf in London.
That's a great movie. Another great movie.
Yeah.
All right, for 3 points, under the category of violence and gore, some comedic violence. A woman holds a fake gun to a boy's parents so that he, the boy, can go to a party. A boy holds a gun to a bad guy and later fires it, accidentally thinking it was fake. Tyler has buzzed in. Matt has buzzed in. Matt, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I want to.
Okay, this might be real wrong. Is it 21 Jump Street, like the old one?
Tyler, what do you think?
Now that he said it, it makes me want to say it. I'm going to guess Train Spot.
Train Spot?
Wait a second.
The
Train
first
Spotting.
one?
Yeah, Train Spot.
It is not Train Spotting. You're about 10 years too early for that. And it is not the television show 21 Jump Street.
Is it the prequel to Train Spotting? Where's the train?
It's also not British. That's okay.
All right. For 2 points under sex and nudity, throughout the film, many references are made about 2 teenage boys between 15 and 16 years old being involved in sexual activity with an older woman, although they never define her age.
Okay.
Okay. Huh?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. Final clue for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. When making the woman, everything goes crazy.
Oh, Jesus
Very
Christ.
intense.
Oh, God damn it.
Everybody but Matt has buzzed in. You still have nothing, Matt.
Son of a bitch.
If it's not
Josh, you're angry about this. What do you think?
Yeah, because I actually was my second guess from the first clue. Weird science.
Sammie, what do you think?
It's weird science.
Tyler?
It's weird science.
Yeah, you were really close. You were on the right track with 16 Candles.
Yeah, I remember when they made.
There's
I remember
a British woman in an Anthony Michael Hall movie from the 80s.
I remember that it was just like 16 Candles where they made Molly Ringwald on a computer.
That was Pretty in Pink.
Oh, that's right.
At the end of the first round, Sammie, you were in first place with 1 point. Josh, you were at 0 points. Matt and Tyler tied at -1 each. We're off to a great start.
Fine.
Yeah.
Matt, let's see if we can help you out. Would you like a movie from 1961, 2010, or 2015?
Let's do 2015.
Let's do 2015. All right. This movie from 2015 under frightening and intense scenes for 5 points. If the MPAA rated movies like the ESRB, rated T for crude humor, mild language, suggestive themes, and fantasy violence. Again, I just want one of these people on the show. They easily could have said PG-13, but no, as if the MPAA rated movies like the ESRB, it would be all the things that the MPAA rate a movie for. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, The president is about to chug a pitcher of beer, but is interrupted.
Wait, what was the year of this movie again?
2015.
Yeah, it's not that.
Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Machete?
Ooh, that's a good guess. It is not Machete. For 3 points, under violence and gore, a Smurf gets shot with a laser and killed. Tyler has buzzed in again. Anybody else?
Ooh.
Tyler, what do you think this time?
All right, I know it's part of this franchise, but is it superhero movie?
It is not superhero movie. For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, the appearance of some of the video game characters as invaders may be frightening to very young children.
Oh, all right.
Everybody but Sammie has buzzed in, and I love when this happens because the fourth person always looks so baffled. Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Pixels?
Tyler, what do you think?
Is it Pixels?
Matt, what do you think?
Is it Wreck-It Ralph?
Well, you had everything handed to you, Matt. It is not Wreck-It Ralph. This movie is
I
Pixels.
purposely refused to see this movie.
So did I.
Like,
Final clue in that, under violence and gore, a giant Pac-Man is seen chomping on a fire truck. Firefighters jump off the truck and land in the street.
I remember the president's heavy drinking in Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, Josh, you've moved up to first place at 2 points. Sammie, you're still at 1. Tyler at -1. Matt at -2. Sammie, would you like a movie from 1964, 1978, or 2002?
let's do 2002.
Let's do 2000.
20 years ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah. All right.
This movie is 20 years old this coming year. From 2002 for 5 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man uses performance enhancers near the beginning of the movie.
I have a guess.
Matt, what is your guess?
Is it Dodgeball?
Not Dodgeball.
Okay. Just wondering.
Thought I could clear that up. For 4 points, under sex and nudity, during the main character's big change scene, he wakes up appearing shirtless in front of his bedroom mirror to flex his bulging muscles. Sammie has buzzed in. Tyler has buzzed in. Nothing Matt or Josh. Josh is going to give it a try. Matt's going to sit this one out. Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Me, Myself, and Irene?
Sammie, what do you think this movie is?
I've instantly decided I'm wrong because I don't think it came out for. Is that the first Spider-Man? No, it's not.
Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Pretty sure it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
A movie that famously had to re-edit the Twin Towers out of the movie.
Okay, yeah,
This is
great.
the first Spider-Man.
Yes.
Or Me, Myself, and Irene. Subtitle, Me, Myself, and Irene.
For fun, the other clues in that, under violence and gore, a man experiments on himself with an enhancing chemical vapor. After that, he proceeds to go insane and throw a colleague through a glass window to his death. Then he jumps towards him. Sex and nudity, 2 passionate makeout scenes between 2 main characters. One where she passionately kisses him upside down in the rain, and another where she kisses him at the cemetery during the end of the movie. In violence and gore, the main character gets a bit of his blood drawn from getting bitten by a radioactive bug, which leaves him with a big bite mark on his hand.
Spider-Man. Okay, now I get it. All right.
I liked that one right before where they were talking about the makeout scenes where they specify that it's main characters as if it would be different if it were side characters making out.
Yep.
I remember when Green Goblin and his son made out.
You care about the most.
I remember when Norman and Harry made out.
This city won't accept us, Spider-Man.
I mean,
You for your spider powers, me because I keep making out with my son.
I mean, there is the deleted scene where Norman and Aunt May really get it on after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Bed's still covered with coats. Hey, Sammie, you're now in the lead again with 5 points.
Yeah.
Tyler, right behind at 3 points. Josh at 1 point. Matt at -3. Tyler, would you like a movie from 1974, 2006, or 2018?
2006.
2006. All right. From 2006 for 5 points, under frightening and intense scenes. For people who fear vomiting, the film has around 4 to 5 vomiting scenes. Tyler's got a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Tyler?
Is it epic movie?
It is not epic movie.
Oh, I felt so good about that one.
Epic movie's part of the Pixels franchise, right?
Of course.
For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a man drinks horse semen. May offend some viewers. Josh has buzzed in. Matt has buzzed in. Matt, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Jackass?
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Jackass? Yeah, Jackass 2. No, I'm saying no. I'm asking if it's Jackass 2.
Jackass as well?
Yeah.
Or Jackass the sequel?
No, Jackass as well.
It is not Jackass as well.
Oh. All right.
For 3 points, under violence and gore, a man pushes a large fish hook through his cheek and jumps into water with sharks that swim around him. One shark seems to be approaching him with interest, and he kicks it in the face accidentally, and the shark swims away. Josh is buzzed in. Nobody else? Josh, what do you think this is?
Jackass 3D?
It's not Jackass.
Son of a bitch, it's the other one.
For 2 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the non-stop, dangerous, and graphic stunts are all real and intense. Josh is the only one buzzed in.
Which did we
I
not?
guess they're just going to give it to you, Josh.
Yeah, it's Jackass 2.
Yes!
Oh, did we
That's
not
why
say
I
that?
had to
I thought you
know.
said that earlier. No, that was okay.
I was
That was Jackass as well. My fault.
I was readjusting my microphone.
Why did that stop you from listening to it?
I was very, very intensely refocusing my microphone.
Well, I got 0 points for that, so that's great.
Uh-huh. As good as you second guessed yourself and then third guessed yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I
I totally Ricky Henderson those guesses.
1 point clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, more gruesome and disturbing than the first film.
Yeah, I'm actually embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed too.
Thanks.
As well, not the number 2.
Fuck you.
Sammie, you remain in the lead with 5 points. Josh and Tyler tied with 1 point each. Matt at -3.
Hey, Nick, sometimes it's not about the right answer. Sometimes it's not about the right answer. Sometimes it's about the journey to get to 0.
Josh, it is your pick. Would you like a movie from 1968, 1975, or 2018?
Let's go with 75.
75. Somehow I always know what year you're going to pick. All right. This movie from 1975 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The whole movie can be quite intense and creepy. The ending might be shocking and depressing. Tyler's going to take a guess. Anybody else? What do you think this movie is, Tyler?
Is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
That is a good guess. It is not Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It came out in 73, I think.
I don't know if I would call the ending of Texas Chainsaw Massacre depressing.
Yeah, she gets away.
Yeah, I guess that is depressing if you're the family.
He cuts his leg.
Yeah, don't you remember the post-credit scene where it's 20 years later and Leatherface is at a bar and he's like, she's the one that got away.
As he's sewing his mask made out of a human skin.
She's the one that didn't. For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman appears throughout the movie braless and apparently wearing no underwear at all. She is frequently dressed in thin, clingy fabrics, which show off her figure revealingly, and her nipples are very prominent.
What was I missing in 75?
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a woman watches a man approach a married woman and caress her clothed breasts from behind. The man may or may not be the woman's husband. For 2 points under violence and gore, a woman cuts her finger with a kitchen knife. A little blood is visible, and then stabs a robotic woman in the stomach. She does not bleed. Josh is buzzed in. Anybody else? Tyler's also going to take a guess. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the Stepford Wives?
Josh, what do you think?
Is it the Stepford Wives?
It is the Stepford Wives.
Woo!
Thank you, Tyler.
You're welcome.
So I was torn between that and Westworld, and I just.
Josh is nothing if not an honest player. Final clue in that, under sex and nudity, a woman's robotic double is shown wearing a sheer nightgown. Her bare breasts are visible. Sammie, you're still in the lead with 5. Josh, you've moved up to 3. Tyler at 2. And hi, Matt.
4.
Negative 3. It is your turn to pick, though.
Oh, good.
Would you like a movie from 1960, 1987, or 2015?
It doesn't matter. Let's do
Jesus.
I'm so happy you come on the show, Matt.
We need it for the drama. Somebody needs to lose. I don't mind being that person. Let's do 2015. I graduated high school that year.
Oh boy.
Was I watching movies? Probably not.
The hell, I was 40 when you graduated high school.
This movie, 2015, when Josh was 40 and Matt was a child.
No, I was an adult. Thank you very much.
Under profanity, mild language, and name calling. Words like stupid, ugly, wench, hate.
Wench.
Words like wench and hate are used in this movie.
Hate wench.
This wasn't Ridley Scott's Hate Wench, was it?
Hate wench.
That came out in 2016, Tyler. 2016.
Oh, that's right.
Stars hate wenchette. For 4 points under sex and nudity, a man is always wearing tights. which can be somewhat revealing, showing a slight bulge, particularly in one scene after fencing.
What year is this movie again?
2015.
Yeah.
Fence wench.
Fence wench.
That was 2017.
Everybody hates fence wench.
With 3 points under
He's so
sex and
divisive.
nudity. Under sex and nudity, slight cleavage is shown on women throughout the movie, since many of the costumes are based off 19th century gowns, when corsets and low necklines were common. Sammie's going to take a guess. Anybody else?
I don't know what the 2015 one was called. Is this Legend of Zorro?
It is not Legend of Zorro. For 2 points under profanity, the stepmother says, "Do shut up," to her daughter because her singing is awful.
What the?
Tyler's going to take a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Tyler?
Is this live action Cinderella?
I didn't plan this, but starring as the stepmother, Hate Wenchette. This is Cinderella.
Nice.
I didn't know there was a 2015 Cinderella.
I think it was right at the beginning of Disney doing live action versions of the cartoons. Final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, the main character's carriage almost veers off a cliff when it's turning back into a pumpkin.
Oh, Cinderella.
Cool.
Sammie and Tyler, you're tied in first place with 4 each. Josh right behind at 3. Matt, a little further behind at -3.
I think it's -4.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
You've only guessed 3 times in this game.
And one of them was 21 Jump Street.
We don't need to talk about it. It's okay.
Sammie, would you like a movie from 1953, 1978, or 1990?
You know what? Let's go 53.
Let's go 53. Why not?
Remember it fondly.
The 2010s don't seem to be working, so let's try 1953.
But there were less movies.
I mean, that's the hidden trick of this game, is there's less movies in the past that work for this game. This movie from 1953 for 5 points under profanity. Some rude words and phrases, such as poppycock, blockhead, idiot, wench, coward, and imbecile are present. Our second wench movie in a row.
Yep.
It's not.
For 4 points under violence and gore, we hear the villain shoot a singing man. But the stepmother wishes she could. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this The Sound of Music?
The villain shoots a guy in Sound of Music? I mean, I know that they do some stuff like later on after the movie, but
the villains in The Sound of Music are Nazis, so yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I assume they shoot people, otherwise they're not portraying the Nazis historically accurately. That was one of their favorite things to do.
For 3 points under sex and
so
nudity.
was wrong.
Under sex and nudity, one of the mermaids in the lagoon has bared breasts covered only by her hair, unlike the other mermaids who wear shells or starfish. Josh is buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Josh?
Peter Pan.
You got it. This is Peter Pan.
Nice.
Right after Cinderella.
I knew that because my daughter is obsessed with Peter Pan, and I knew the Mermaid Lagoon.
Gross. I rewatched this movie for the first time since childhood a couple of years ago. It is unwatchable.
She's not obsessed with that version.
It is awful. No, never mind. If there's one movie that should stay in the vault, it's Peter Pan.
Yeah,
there's I'd say there's other movies that should stay in the vault.
No, Peter Pan is surprisingly racist.
Racist Disney movie?
That's why I'm like, that's not the one that needs to be in the vault.
No, but
what affects these characters' skin color? Let's sing a song. The other clues in that, a man is bullied and threatened by the pirate's knife at his throat. The pirates throw the knives at him, but they miss him. And frightening and intense scenes despite being a slapstick humor. The scene where the villain gets brutally attacked and chased by the crocodile may be scary for some viewers, and for those who were actually attacked by crocodiles in real life.
Listen, it's important.
You got to look out for that niche group of people who are attached by crocodiles in real life.
Do
I appreciate.
Do they have usernames?
Not anymore.
Ugh.
They used to, and they got rid of. But
Someone
no,
watching
I want to find.
Find one.
Somebody wrote that down saying, I have to warn all the people who have been attacked by crocodiles and are unaware how Peter Pan ends.
God damn it, I appreciate it.
That's someone recovering from like a panic attack they had from watching Peter Pan after having had a crocodile attack.
And I bet you
I'm the only one. I need to protect the others.
I bet you it was buried under the spoiler warning too, wasn't it?
No spoilers. Josh, you've moved into the lead at 6. Sammie at 4. Tyler at 3. Matt. Sammie? No, not Sammie. Who is it? Sammie just went. Tyler.
Hey.
Hey, Tyler.
Hi.
Would you like a movie from 2005, 2015, or 2018?
I'll go with 2018.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Is that Kermit or Ray Romano you're doing?
It's Kermit the Frog here.
Deborah.
Deborah! Deborah, Kermit's in the house again. Oh, gee, Ray. Zoinks! I'm sorry.
That's my favorite Muppet movie. Kermit's in the house again. Kermit's in
the house.
I like that about 30 minutes ago, Tyler said, I'm not going to give you anything that you can make fun of.
Everybody loves Kermit.
This movie from 2018 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. The canisters in the film may count as drugs for some.
Wait, which year is this?
2018.
2018.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It is not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Canisters.
I was going to say that, so thank you.
For 4 points under violence and gore. A man comes across his dead comrades after following a trail of blood. One is torn in half, blood visible, and another has a large bite taken out of him. A few severed limbs are strewn about. The shot is very, very brief, but gory for a PG-13 film.
Oh, no, it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What PG-13 film had canisters?
That is the important takeaway of that.
For 3 points under profanity. Strong language, especially for a PG-13 movie. The gorilla performs crude hand gestures like the middle finger twice as jokes. Many uses of ass, bitch, bullshit, go to hell, shit, damn, asshole, goddamn bastard, and an incomplete motherfucker. Everyone but Matt has raised their hand. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Rampage?
Sammie, what do you think?
It's Rampage.
Josh?
It's Rampage.
The second video game related movie of the night for Josh is Rampage.
All right, Matt Reagan.
Is it Rampage?
I'm sorry, it's not Rampage. Not anymore. The other clues for Rampage: the giant animals can be frightening, especially when they are enraged. The lead gorilla is usually a peaceful character, so his violent moments are all the more impactful. And under violence and gore, a giant gorilla, a giant wolf, and a giant crocodile ravage a city and cause a lot of destruction. They kill numerous soldiers by stepping on them, biting them, tossing them through the air, crushing them with masonry and other thrown items, and destroying their vehicles.
I want to make sure
that's
that's
disturbing to anyone who suffered a crocodile attack.
Damn it. You beat me to the punch.
Wolves as well. Wolves as well.
But mostly
for one population.
If you've ever been attacked by a giant crocodile ravaging your city, you might not want to see this movie.
I actually enjoyed this movie more than I thought I was going to.
It was fun.
If you've been attacked by a giant crocodile, call me now. You have rights. You have
James
Not
Sokolov.
for those afraid of purple gorillas.
It's a real close game right now. Josh, you're at 8 points. Sammie, you're at 7. Tyler, you're at 6. Matt, I swear you can name a movie.
I hope so.
Actually, two of the things he named were TV shows.
More often than not, he's not naming movies.
Oh, I gotta have you on the TV episode so I can.
Then
hear
I'll start naming
you've
movies.
seen.
I did the best on the TV one, but I didn't do great.
That's true. I forgot you did the TV one.
I guess Sesame Street real quick. So put that on my credits.
I will.
No. You might have seen him guessing Sesame Street on the Inappropriate Movie Database TV version database game.
You know him from the Boston Comedy Festival and his knowledge of Big Bird. Here's Matt Shore. We got 4 movies left. One more go around, one more for each of you. Josh, it's back up to you. Would you like a movie from 1960, 1992, or 1997?
Which one do you think I'm going to pick?
I'm going to say 92.
You were right.
Uh-huh. All right. From 1992. For 5 points under profanity. Shit is said like 29 times. Hell is used 3 times. Damn is used about 7 times in the first half. Minor language is then used about 50 minutes into the movie. The word fuck is used like 40 times or so. In one scene, it's used 6 to 10 times.
Huh.
That's 2 exclamation points on that.
All right.
Does the person have a tally mark when they watch movies?
Apparently not.
Hey,
they stopped counting around 29.
Right.
Not even 30.
For the video game one, the guy counted every single fuck in Grand Theft Auto 5.
All right, for 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a woman complains of feeling unwell and pissed off. A doctor then offers her what he refers to as a, quote, special cocktail, meaning a morphine injection. He then tells her about his morphine addiction and a disturbing experience he had in his profession while attending casualties while intoxicated.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, this film is a lot darker than the previous films.
I should know this.
For 2 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the fact that the main character has a creature inside her and she wants to die makes this movie very emotional and will probably upset many viewers. However, despite the emotional and disturbing tone to this, it conveys a very positive message about courage and self-sacrifice. Tyler and Josh have both buzzed in. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Aliens?
Josh, what do you think?
Is it Alien 3?
It is not Aliens. It is Alien Cubed.
Oh, all right. Okay.
That's the one where all the aliens are cubes.
I didn't tell them to write their title like that. I'm only pronouncing it as written.
It is the Kubert movie.
David Fincher movie, which is...
It is a David Fincher movie. Not like the fourth one directed by the guy who directed Amelie. One of my favorite things, I saw the story pop up again recently about James Cameron pitching Aliens. He walks into the office and writes Alien on the whiteboard, then puts an S at the end, and then a line through the S. And it was sold.
One of my favorite story about Alien is the fact that Ripley's character was originally written for a man, but Sigourney Weaver came in and killed it so insanely that they didn't even change a single word of dialogue. Like, it's basically just the same dialogue as it would have been had it been a male character.
Did she audition for the part despite it being for a man?
She did, yeah.
She just went for it? Ah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations, Sigourney Weaver. You broke through the glass ceiling of the Nostromo.
A glass ceiling would be a different movie, I think.
All right, we got 3 movies left. Josh, you're in the lead at 10. Sammie at 7. Tyler at 5. Matt at -3. Matt, make this one a good one. Would you like a movie from 1931, 2010, or 2012?
Or a TV series from 2008.
Let's do 2012.
All right, 2012.
Give that a try.
All right, from 2012 for 5 points, under sex and nudity, some sexual innuendos, like, quote, "We were visiting some inbreds on my mother's side."
Yeah.
That's
not an innuendo.
That's
not what that is.
I mean, it's got the word in it.
Innuenbreds.
Sure.
Yeah, let's.
Perfect. Let's sit in that. For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, characters are almost thrown from a mountainside path and crushed by rocks.
I've definitely seen this movie.
Yeah.
I think I've seen 3 different of this movie.
I've got a guess.
Matt has a guess. Matt, what movie do you think this is?
Is this the movie 2012?
2012 came out in 2010.
It did?
It sure did. I know that because it's been used on this show before.
Sometimes you just gotta take a swing, and
I appreciate you.
you
As a person and a contestant.
Thanks.
Definitely as a person first.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Understandable.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a non-human's character's belly is sliced open with a sword. He says something humorous, then his throat is sliced as the scene cuts. For 2 points under sex and nudity, in the extended edition, there is a brief scene in which dwarves' naked backsides are seen from afar. Everybody but Matt this time.
No idea what this is.
Sammie, what do you think this movie is?
I don't remember which Lord of the Rings it is. But I'm gonna say Fellowship of the King. Fuck.
Do you want to change that? Because you named 2 movies.
What?
You
I know.
named 2 different movies.
The Return of the King.
Okay. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Is this The Hobbit?
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
It's The Hobbit.
Do either of you know what the subtitle is The Hobbit is?
A Glorious Journey or something like that?
A tasty boy.
Oh, I think I know what it is. Is
Matt,
it
what do you
Smaug?
Wait, the journey begins, right?
Is it Smaug?
No, that's the second.
That's not the full title of that. I was going to give you points if you knew what
the second movie is The Desolation of Smaug.
Josh, you are the closest in this, but I'm going to give you and Tyler points. It is an unexpected
journey.
Yeah,
just like that answer.
Oh no!
Much like that whole round.
That was the
Dwarves!
subtitle. That was subtitle.
Dwarves! Lord of the Rings.
Dwarves
Unexpected Journey was the subtitle of my Jackass answer.
Dwarves.
Final clue in that, many characters smoke pipes full of pipeweed. References made to the calming effects of pipeweed. Tolkien was clear on the fact that pipeweed is tobacco, not cannabis, although the expression on the character's face after having a puff may contradict that.
Can we all agree that Tolkien was token?
Why did you say the same word twice?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Would you say he's rolling up some JRRs? It's worse.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to go worse.
I heard a lot of people say that about me. We got 2 rounds left. Josh, you're at 12. Tyler, you can still catch up at 7. Sammie, you can also catch up at 6. Matt, you have -4 now.
Everything to play for, Matt.
I believe in you.
You can still get into the positives. And Sammie, would you like a movie from 1964, 2005, or 2019?
I didn't mean to do that. What were they again?
Yes, Sammie, what would you like? Sammie has buzzed in to pick her ear. Would you like a movie from 1964, 2005, or 2019?
Let's do 2019. Sure.
All right. The year before we all died.
It's like this is the last time we were all able to watch movies.
We all saw this movie. All right, 2019 for 5 points under violence and gore. A boy is getting beaten up and bullied at school. A boy is getting beaten up and bullied at school.
You know what? Okay.
Never mind.
All right, Sam is the only one to say fuck it. What do you think this movie is?
When a Monster Calls.
Oh, I forgot that movie existed. It is not When a Monster Calls.
All right. Now I remember what it was, but I'll wait.
For 4 points under profanity, about 7 uses of shit, 2 middle finger gestures, 1 use of dick, numerous uses of ass and its variations, douchebag, and a character dressed as Santa Claus drops a few F-bombs, but these are bleeped out. The main character,
of the movies I thought it was with the first one.
The main character also says to the antagonist that his aim, quote, sucks balls. All right, for 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, 2 main teen characters are able to buy beer, but they spit it out in their first mouthful and return to the shop for sweets.
Okay.
I think I know it, but I'm not going to guess yet.
Then why are you buzzing in?
I didn't mean to buzz in. I thought I didn't buzz in. Sorry.
2 points under frightening and intense scenes. The antagonist receives his powers from the 7 deadly sins, shown as demonic creatures. In several scenes, these demons kill people as they scream and attempt to get away.
I know it.
Matt, do you know this movie?
I know.
I'm not
this
touching
movie.
it.
Tell me what this movie is, Matt.
Is it Shazam?
It is.
It's not Shazam.
It's not Shazam.
What?
I'm kidding. It's Shazam.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
I was just letting him.
unusual.
I was letting him have his moment.
My laptop.
No, what's the subtitle?
Always Shazamin. Slamming and Shazamin.
Yeah.
Last clue in that, under sex and nudity, after the boy is changed into an adult superhero form, one of the things he does is visit a strip joint.
Funny thing is, I knew the answer, but I wanted Matt to have his moment.
Yes. Shazam, a
Right.
marvelous journey.
That's all I needed to hear.
All right, well, we got 1 movie left. It's still, well, it's might just be Josh. Josh, you've almost run away with this game at 12 points. Tyler, if you get the 5-point clue, you can tie Josh. You're at 7. Sammy, you got to hope that Josh fucks up. You've got 5. Matt, you've got -2. You've already won.
Tyler, last show I was on, I got the 5-point question and tied it at the last second.
Did I do something wrong here?
What?
I might have asked one of you to name a year twice.
No, it's just me next.
It's just you next?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the final.
I thought Matt picked 2019. I was just so excited for his win. All right, fine. I didn't fuck anything up. This is good.
Yeah.
You're not me hosting the show.
Final movie of the night that Tyler and only Tyler gets to pick.
Ooh.
Tyler, would you like a movie from 1978, 1990, or 2018?
Let's do 78.
Let's do 78.
Yeah, let's take a swing.
All right. You're going to hate the swing you took. From 1978, the 5-point clue that Tyler needs under frightening and intense scene, the movie is rather ridiculous. Josh is buzzed in.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you think this movie? Give it to Tyler. What do you think?
Movie is rather ridiculous.
Rather ridiculous.
Young Frankenstein.
Josh, what do you think?
Blazing Saddles.
Those are both Mel Brooks movies that came out in 1978. Mel Brooks didn't direct this movie, though.
Oh.
No.
Okay, but I can.
For 4 points under profanity, the first half of the film has a surprising amount of profanity, though all of it is pretty mild in nature. About 30 swears throughout the whole movie.
30, huh?
Yeah, do you know a movie from the 70s with about 30 swears?
Oh, 30. Never mind.
You sure, Tyler? Did you want to guess? You have a hand on your screen now that isn't the raise hand.
What?
I am looking at my mouse on your screen that has a hand.
I was very confused. I was like, what's happening?
We all thought you lost it there.
Oh my god.
Like, did Nick have a stroke?
Thank you all for tuning into the last episode of this.
I keep seeing hands. That phantom hand syndrome.
For 3 points.
Downtown.
Under violence and gore. Very little. What violence that there is a very comedic matter. Very in all caps. If that helps. Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Airplane?
It is not Airplane.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Keeping Tyler in it.
You need
Actually, I don't think I am.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not going below 5.
Staying put.
For 2 points under violence and gore. A man shoots and kills several people on accident while trying to kill a very specific person.
Huh.
Huh.
Tyler,
Under
do you want to
30
change the
squares?
year that you picked?
You start back over from 5.
Final clue for 1 point.
No.
Under violence and gore, several people are comically eaten off screen by tomatoes.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Really, Matt? No?
No idea.
Oh my god.
They're killer tomatoes and they're attacking people, Matt.
Oh.
Matt, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Veggie Tales?
Veggie Tales. Old Testament.
Which one?
About 30 swears.
The guy kills so many people in those movies. Tyler, do you know the title of this movie?
It was the best answer of all time.
Is it the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Sammy, do you know the name of this movie?
Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Josh, I feel like you might know.
Is it Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
This is a movie?
Duh.
I wasn't going to take away points, but the fact that you don't, you've never heard of this movie. And
I've
you
never
couldn't get
heard
it-
of this.
My
Couldn't get
church
it from
showed me
Josh
very
giving you the title of it.
different version of
I was so surprised when I gave him the title and it comes up with Veggie
Oh my god.
That was the last thing I was expecting to hear when I said
Well, that was the final movie of the night. This was the final episode of the year. And what an amazing finale. Our final scores tonight. Matt at -3. Sammie at 6, Tyler at 7, Josh winning the game tonight at 11 points.
Yay me!
Right.
Oh my god.
I needed that.
I needed a W today.
So bad Sammie just left. Oh, she's back.
Oh, I just can't sit in my chair after that.
Well, this was so fun.
I don't remember the VeggieTales episode where people attack.
If there's anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words, Sammie, I'll start with you.
Yeah, let me put that hand down. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you can find me on all social media at Sammie James. I run 2 monthly shows, We Are Trans and Polymorph Comedy, and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be running a show that people love the title of this. You should come to They Them Mayhem.
That's great.
I do like the title.
That's a great
Perfect
title.
title.
Yeah, and listen, it's New Year's Eve, but it's at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can go to something after or do what I plan on doing. Go to bed at a reasonable time. Yeah.
Definitely check that show out.
It's on Zoom. It's like everything.
Where can people find that?
It's you can search it on Eventbrite, and if you follow me on the socials on social media, it's all posted there. But if you search it on Eventbrite, you'll find it.
Perfect. Matt.
Yes.
You got anything coming up?
Oh, well, I got so many things coming up that don't involve movies or me needing to see them. A lot of the shows I was going to do got canceled, but end of January might be doing stuff. In the meantime, you can follow your boy on the social medias at Matt Shore with an _. And I'm always making up goofy songs and singing them at your face. So
again, check Matt's songs out. Matt is such a funny musician, or such a musical comic. What do you prefer?
Either or, you know.
Yeah, you ever think of changing your hit handle to Matt Undershore?
Oh wow. That's free.
You're welcome. It's my New Year's gift to you for surviving.
Because right now it's Matt Shore with 2 underscores, because there's already a Matt Shore with an _. So it's just like ridiculous.
You should be Matt Undershore _.
And then no one will ever find me.
Tyler, you got anything going on?
If you want to find me, if you do find me, I will give you $5. So it's a catch me if you can style thing. I will be in and around Brookline. If you find me out on the streets, I will give you $5.
Well, go to Brookline and go catch Tyler or something else.
Catch a Tyler by his tongue.
I'll give you his address.
Finally, our winner, Josh.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on doing a benefit in April for Parkinson's awareness. I did one a couple of years ago. I have Parkinson's, if anybody doesn't know that already. It's pretty obvious at times. But I have Parkinson's, so I like to kind of find a cure if possible. As the great Billy Connolly, you also had Parkinson said, "I got Parkinson's. I wish he had kept it to his fucking self." But it'll be the name of the show will be Shaky Premises. I have a bunch of comics on it, and I did a couple of years ago, and it was very successful. So I'm planning on doing it again this year, probably over Zoom, and we'll maybe do a special episode of this on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
All right.
So keep your ear out for that. In April, I'll be posting it all over the place.
Yeah, if we're still here in April, check that out. Once more, thank you so much to my guests, Josh Porier, Sammie James, Matt Shore, Tyler Durniak. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or just find the link in the description of this video. That's where I booked this show for the most part. January bookings, I'm putting that up this weekend. All of January are going to be theme shows because I want an excuse to use different movies and the same movies. Because like I said, I've used 537 movies in this game, and I need to use some of those movies again. So look out for that. If you're watching this, if you've been on the show before, you've never been on, now's a great time. I think the first one I'm going to do is a birthday episode. It's going to be a bunch of movies from actors whose birthday is in January. That's fun, right? Again, all of these are excuses. So look for the show there. If you're not on Facebook because you're better than me, find me on Twitter or Instagram and ask to be on the show. I want more new faces on. I love seeing these same people, but I love getting more people in. So please seek it out and like and subscribe and do whatever YouTubers tell you to do. And hopefully I will see you in 2022 with a new one of these. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Bye.